Let me ask you something honestly. Are you still eating the same way you did in your 30s or 40s? Because after 60, your body doesn't process food the same way anymore, and most people are never told that. I've had many patients sit in front of me and say, "Doctor, I don't eat that much, so why is my sugar, cholesterol, or weight going up?" Here's the reality. It's not always about eating more. Sometimes it's about eating the wrong way for this stage of life. And the scary part? These habits feel normal, harmless, routine. So today, I want to gently show you what to stop doing after 60 and what to do instead in a way that protects your heart, your energy, and your independence. As we go through this, ask yourself, am I still eating like my younger self? Let's talk about it. After 60, one of the most important changes happening inside your body is a gradual slowing of metabolism. Now, you may not feel different. Your appetite might seem the same. Your daily routine may not have changed much, but internally, your body is burning fewer calories than it did in your 30s or 40s. This happens for several natural reasons. First, muscle mass tends to decrease with age. Muscle tissue burns more calories than fat tissue, even at rest. So when muscle declines, your rest and calorie burn declines too. Second, hormone levels shift over time, which can affect how your body stores and uses energy. The result? The same plate of food that once maintained your weight may now slowly lead to weight gain. And this weight gain often shows up around the abdomen. That's important because abdominal fat is more strongly linked to heart disease, insulin resistance, and inflammation. But here's the key message. This is not about eating drastically less. It's about adjusting wisely. Instead of large portions of refined carbohydrates, your body now benefits more from balanced meals, adequate protein, healthy fats, fiber-rich vegetables, and controlled portions of whole grains. Even small portion reductions can make a meaningful difference over time. I often tell my patients, after 60, food becomes more powerful. It can either support your energy and independence or slowly work against you. So the real question is not, why am I gaining weight? It's, am I still eating for the body I had 20 years ago? Understanding this shift is the first step towards protecting your long-term health. After 60, maintaining muscle is no longer automatic. It requires intention. Many seniors unintentionally reduce their protein intake. Breakfast may be tea and toast. Lunch might be rice or soup. Dinner can be light and carb-heavy. It feels normal, even healthy. But here's what's happening quietly in the background. Muscle loss accelerates with age, a natural process called sarcopenia. Without enough protein, your body doesn't have the building blocks it needs to maintain strength. Over time, this can lead to weaker legs, reduced balance, slower walking speed, and difficulty standing up from a chair. And muscle is not just about strength. It supports metabolism, stabilizes joints, protects bones, and helps regulate blood sugar. The good news? You don't need extreme diets or large portions. You simply need consistent, moderate protein throughout the day. Eggs, yogurt, lentils, beans, fish, chicken, nuts. Small additions can make a big difference when eaten regularly. I often tell my patients, after 60, protein is not optional, it's protective. Take a moment and ask yourself, did I include a meaningful source of protein in my last meal? If this information is helpful, consider sharing it with someone over 60 who might benefit. And if you'd like practical meal examples designed specifically for seniors, stay with me. We're just getting started. After 60, your body handles carbohydrates differently than it did years ago. You may have eaten white bread, rice, sweets, or sugary tea your entire life without noticeable issues. But aging changes how your cells respond to insulin, the hormone that helps move sugar from your blood into your cells for energy. As we get older, insulin sensitivity often decreases. This means sugar stays in the bloodstream longer instead of being used efficiently. Even if you've never been diagnosed with diabetes, frequent high-carb meals can now cause sharper blood sugar spikes than before.
These spikes may not feel dramatic. Sometimes they show up as subtle fatigue after meals, increased belly weight, cravings a few hours later, or feeling sleepy in the afternoon. Over time, repeated spikes can strain the pancreas and increase the risk of insulin resistance. This doesn't mean carbohydrates are bad. Your body still needs them. The key is choosing the right type and controlling portions. Whole grains, beans, vegetables, and fruits with fiber slow down sugar absorption. Pairing carbs with protein or healthy fats helps prevent rapid spikes. For example, instead of plain toast, adding eggs or nut butter balances the meal. Instead of a large bowl of white rice, reducing the portion and adding vegetables and protein creates a steadier response. After 60, balance matters more than restriction. The goal isn't fear, it's awareness. Ask yourself, after I eat, do I feel steady and energized, or tired and hungry again quickly? That answer often tells you more than any number. After 60, your body's internal rhythm changes. Digestion slows slightly, insulin response shifts, and sleep becomes more sensitive to late-night habits. One common pattern I see in seniors is eating lightly during the day, then having the largest meal in the evening. It feels harmless. You're home, relaxed, maybe watching television and finally hungry. But here's what happens inside the body. At night, your metabolism naturally slows down. Your body prepares for rest, not heavy digestion. When you consume a large meal, especially one high in refined carbohydrates or fats, blood sugar can rise more sharply and stay elevated longer. This may contribute to weight gain, acid reflux, disrupted sleep, and morning fatigue. Poor sleep then affects hormones that regulate hunger and blood sugar the next day. You may wake up less hungry, eat lightly again, and repeat the cycle. Over time, this pattern quietly strains metabolism and increases abdominal fat storage. I often explain it this way. After 60, your body prefers steady fuel throughout the day rather than a late surge at night. This doesn't mean skipping dinner, it means balancing your meals more evenly, including protein and fiber earlier in the day, and keeping dinner moderate and lighter. A simple example might be grilled fish with vegetables instead of a large portion of rice or fried foods late in the evening. Small adjustments in timing can improve sleep, digestion, and energy levels significantly. Ask yourself tonight, is my dinner supporting my rest or working against it? After 60, one of the most overlooked eating patterns isn't about what you eat, it's about why you eat. Many seniors are not overeating because they are physically hungry. They're eating because of routine, boredom, loneliness, stress, or simply because it's time. Food becomes structure. It becomes comfort. It fills quiet spaces in the day. I say this gently, not critically. As we age, daily routines slow down. Retirement changes schedules. Children grow up. Social circles shrink. Evenings feel longer. In those quiet moments, reaching for snacks feels natural. A biscuit with tea, a handful of sweets, a second serving, not because the body needs fuel, but because the heart needs engagement. But here's what happens physiologically. When you eat without true hunger, your body still processes those calories. Blood sugar still rises. Insulin still responds. If this pattern repeats daily, weight slowly increases, especially around the abdomen. And abdominal fat after 60 is not just cosmetic, it is metabolically active and linked to higher cardiovascular risk. Now, let me ask you something honestly. When was the last time you paused before eating and asked yourself, am I truly hungry or just passing time? That single question can change everything. True physical hunger builds gradually. You may feel light stomach emptiness, slight decrease in energy, maybe mild irritability. Emotional or habitual hunger is different. It appears suddenly. It craves specific comfort foods. It feels urgent. Learning to recognize the difference gives you control back. This does not mean you can't enjoy food. It means you become intentional with it. Here's a simple practice I recommend to my older patients. Before eating anything outside of planned meals, pause for 1 minute, drink a glass of water, take 3 slow breaths. Then ask yourself, would I eat a boiled egg or some fruit right now? If the answer is no, you may not be physically hungry. Over time, this small pause reduces unnecessary calorie intake without strict dieting. And here's the emotional truth. Your body after 60 deserves respect, not autopilot habits. If this message resonates with you, take a moment to reflect. Share it with someone who might need this reminder. And if you want more practical, doctor-guided advice for staying strong and independent after 60, consider staying connected, because small awareness today protects your health tomorrow.